So I didn't have a lot of time this weekend to nap much, but just reached down in the bucket, grabbed a couple of flakes off the bottom there. Some of this chalcedony, local chalcedony I've been working on. But yeah, I just broke out the bison tip for my shaft punch here. I like to keep it loose. You can see it wobbles there. Um, Originally, I used to try to get it to stick on there really good, but I found out that wasn't really necessary. Actually, I like it to pivot here, so I can adjust the angle. There was a bit of a shock issue with that, so I put that little bit of leather inside of it, just kind of keep the stick from pushing back, so all the force could be in the horn itself, which turned out to be exactly what it needed. And so the stick ends up really just kind of being a vise to kind of just hold the horn about where I need it. And then I just do everything else by hands. It's just kind of a third hand there, holding everything in place. I'll spin it. I'll sometimes, in fact, lift it up rather than having it tight down. You'll see me adjust it quite a bit just to wherever I need it. I really like this form of indirect percussion. I use a whole horn too, not unlike if you've seen my warthog tusk napping. It's not unlike that, but the big horn's just, you know, it's a little too much for me to handle between my legs sometimes when I'm working on a little piece. What can I say? So having the little one, the little horn helps a lot. uh, yes, it's not the biggest horn I've had between my legs. What can I say? Now there's a little bit of bubbles and just rough spot there out there on the tip. I kept expecting it to break off right here anytime soon, and it actually manages to stay in the final. A piece of it manages to stay in the final bits. So I'm just slowly trimming back the side that's already pretty flat. I need to bring the edge up just a little bit to start diving into those far ridges. And then we start being able to bite into them. And there we go, breaking down that high turtle that was on the back of that piece. We're in the convexity zone finally. So this bison horn actually works really, really well. I like this actually quite a bit more than antler usually. It's just very short-lived. It's a little bit. It's obviously softer. It's the horn sheath, so it's just a modified hair basically. But using the tip of it, the grain is come out, grows out the tip of the horn sheath, and grabs really, really nicely. As long as you don't over abrade. In fact, I rarely abrade. You'll see me use my billet to kind of just brush off the edges a little bit, just to strengthen them, just a touch. But this thing bites really well into almost any material I've had it on, and it's fairly durable. It'll take. I haven't tried it on anything really, really hard yet, but anything kind of medium, and it's wonderful on soft stuff. I have some wild horse obsidian that just can't take hardly a beating at all. You look at it sideways and it just blows itself up. But this bison horn does excellent on that. And it's just because it takes those sharp edges and will work right into them easily. Just grips them just perfectly. One day I'll get a hard rock and just really beat on it and see what it can take. But you've only got about an inch there off the tip where the horn is all kind of solid. So, you get an inch worth of work out of your tool there before you have to replace it. Yeah, those little hair fibers out there on the tip just grab onto stuff. You can see some. I can take both big and little flakes. And by the way, this works on big stuff too. I know I'm just working a little point here, but um, I can hammer great big flat flakes out on big stuff too with this. This tip really is crumbly, and it's managed to survive somehow. I can't drive long flakes across it. I've gotten a few across it with the horn, but it's just not going to ultimately thin out here as much as the rest of the piece. But I left it anyway. I thought it was just kind of cool. I've seen a lot of native points that have those kind of flaws, those natural stone flaws incorporated into them, and well, there's nothing else I could do here with this one, so it gets incorporated. Kind of straighten that edge up and even it out to the center. Try to take a few more nibbles off the tip if I can get them. So it's not nearly as wide as the camera makes it seem. I'm blaming it on my wide angle. But the tip definitely is a little wider than the rest. But yeah. Hope you enjoyed watching me whack on my horn.